Okay, welcome back, or welcome to the first overnight Linux show. I can see that I am awesome 7478 is here. Yes, you are first. This is an unscheduled live event for this evening. That's what happens when go out late with the buddy, have a late dinner or coffee or both, and caffeine, and can't fall asleep. Anyway, Osprey's in the house. Welcome, Osprey. How are you? Shane Hartford is third. Well, Shane, I think you are new to the live event, I think. So in that case, everybody first welcome Shane, and I think we should put him first for tonight. How does that sound? How are you, Shane? You all get trophies. Well, how about a round of applause for my crew tonight? Yay. I should have a soundboard, right? You know, with the sound effects and... Okay, well, never mind. Anyway, yeah, right. Can you guys hear the background music? Not too loud, I hope. It's from the YouTube audio library by Silent Partner. There must be a gazillion free downloads from the YouTube audio library. Lots to choose from, but I like Silent Partner. So we'll get started here shortly. Again, this is the very first overnight Linux show, streamcast. Don't know how long I will be on tonight. Somebody asked me to try and do this, see how far that we can go, or I can go. I'm like, sure. I mean, I don't usually do these, or yeah, I don't normally do these late night. I've done a few, but this is an experiment. We'll see how far this goes. If enough people like it, let me know, and I have a link, or you can see the text scrolling. If we can get enough people to like this and maybe contribute to the Toss Today Patreon page, that'll be a sign that this is working. Of course, I always enjoy talking to you guys. So Osprey says you're good. Just moved into a new house and finally got your net connected. Yay! Awesome. Does it stream any better or faster, or does it make any difference? Shane says you're good. You found you from QuidsUp. Oh, thank you, Shane. Thank you. Yeah, QuidsUp has been a long time YouTube friend of mine. Oh, it's been a few years. We've spoken before. I think we've done one or two collaborations video, I think, or maybe just one. Something on security. I can't remember. But yeah, he had asked me this week to fill in for him. He has plans for this weekend. I did. Those of you who don't know me or Shane, I try to keep the shows fresh, somewhat whimsical, throw in a joke here and there. So I did the Week of Linux News for QuidsUp on the channel, and I threw in kind of like a funky intro and a cracked a joke. Some of you liked it, or some of QuidsUp fans liked it, some did not. That's okay. That joke and the intro was meant more for Quids. That being said, Quids and I are great friends, and we hope to do another live, if not a live, another video feed, and talking about security in the world, Linux versus Windows security. Are you secure online? QuidsUp, I believe, uses pretty much only Linux, as far as I know, for his videos, and we've talked, like I said, we've talked before about security. And anyway, thank you, Shane, for stopping by. Shane, if I may ask, where are you from? Rose is in the house. Rose is a longtime follower of this channel. Hello, Rose, from Canada. Yes. Welcome, Rose. Yes, it is kind of late. I was out late with a friend of mine, late dinner, coffee, caffeine, could not quite fall asleep. So I was asked, and you may have been one of the people who asked, maybe I should try a late night, not a telethon, but like a late night show to see how far I can go. So here I am. It's after midnight here in Ohio. So we'll see how far this can go. And we'll see if we can get some more supporters on the Patreon page to help support the channel. If we get enough supporters, maybe we can do this on a weekly basis. I know I'm not the only one who can't fall asleep, and of course we have different time zones around the world. Shane, you are from the US. Cool. May I ask which city, if that's okay to ask? You don't have to. I'm just kind of curious. I kind of keep track of, you know, time zones and who's from where. But thank you for stopping by. Australia, right. So Austria, your internet's about to dial up compared to okay. Really, compared to dial up. Oh my. Shane is from Ohio. Yay! Shane, awesome. I live right next to the Ohio River. I'm actually fairly close to Pittsburgh. If that helps you out. But yeah, we are Ohio buds. Now, what are the odds that a first-time viewer on the live event would be in the same state as Toss Today? Awesome. You're in Toledo. Okay. Shane, I'm in Steubenville. Dean Martin country. You're a little bit far from me. So, but that's still okay. We live in Ohio. Great state. Midwest state, and I'm actually about two and a half hours away from Cleveland and or Columbus. I somewhat frequently go to the Cleveland Clinic for checkups. Some of my relatives go to the Cleveland Clinic, a great facility, a great medical facility, by the way. So Shane from Toledo, welcome. Everybody say hello to Shane, please. He is new to the live event. So for those of you who happen to watch this later or stop by, this is the Total OS Today Technology channel, Total Operating Systems Today. I dual boot between Windows 10 and different versions of Linux Mint. This channel is really, it's grown into more than just Linux, but it's Linux for Windows users. As a Windows user, I promote Linux, well, the Linux desktop, at least as an alternative. It's not for everybody. But the channel has grown more into a technology channel, talking about anything related to technology. ZBD Boss is in the house. Good morning, Z. Z, I believe, is from across the pond somewhere. I think the UK. I can't remember. Yes, welcome, Shane. Hartford from Ohio. We are Ohio buds. So once again, this is the Overnight Linux show. It's really the Overnight Technology show. Just wanted to shorten it, but the Overnight Linux show, where we're going to talk about different technology news and whatever's on your mind relating to technology, Linux, Windows, Mac, Android. If you're just bored and stopping by or couldn't fall asleep, or if you have a rant, you know, maybe your computer crapped out today, you need to yell at someone. Maybe you have I don't know, comments about the channel, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see on the channel, what you don't want to see. It's up to you guys. So I'm here for the overnight show. I'll stay on as long as I can until I fall asleep. Brian Lunduke did a not a telethon, a Lundukathon for the channel or whatever. He raised over, I think, over $5,000. Good for him. But he was on. He tried to stay on 24 hours. He didn't quite make 24 hours. He made it to 18 hours. I will not be on that long, no matter how much you pay me. But do support the channel if you can. The UK, awesome, Z, awesome, awesome. Alright, so we'll give it another minute or so, see who stops by. Again, this is an unscheduled live event, the very first. You guys are making history if this thing takes off. The very first overnight Linux / technology show from a Windows user who promotes Linux. Let's see, 7478 asks, have I been to California? Heard it's nice but painful and expensive to live. Yes, I have been to San Diego. I have been to San Bernardino, Palm Springs, LA. Big Bear Mountain was nice. San Francisco, the most beautiful place for me there was Monterey. Southern, down by the ocean. It was absolutely stunning. It is expensive to live there, But Monterey, if you guys ever get a chance to visit California, Monterey has to be a must. So beautiful by the shoreline there. It's absolutely stunning, super clean. I haven't been there in a while, since 2003 was the last time I was there visiting. Of course, I was in Florida almost 10 years. And anyway, yes, California is super nice. I even survived an earthquake, a minor earthquake, back in '92, the Northridge earthquake or whatever it was called. But yeah, it's scary to wake up early in the morning and my bed is shaking, and it's you know, it's not fun. This was before the days of the internet, so it isn't like I could jump on and say, guys, I survived an earthquake. My bed was shaking like the movie in The Exorcist. I do remember after the earthquake calling the airport, because I was scheduled to leave that day to come back to Ohio. I called the airport and I asked, hey, is the airport closed because of the earthquake? She said, what earthquake? That I knew everything was fine. Kevin, a longtime supporter of the channel, welcome. Okay, Kevin, thank you for stopping by. Maybe I'll catch you next time. So everybody say hello to Kevin, and everybody say goodbye to Kevin. Yeah, well, here in Ohio, we definitely don't normally have to worry about earthquakes, although with all this fracking going on, you know, for gas, shale in the ground, they say supposedly that may cause earthquakes. I don't know how true that is, but anyway, just to let you guys know. Yeah. Yeah, say hello to Kevin and say goodbye to Kevin. He has to go nighty-night. The one good thing about doing these live events late is people from different time zones can, you know, stop by and make it easier for them. Like I said, I don't normally do these late night, but went out late tonight, dinner, coffee, caffeine. It's the overnight caffeine show with Total OS Today. So yeah, by the way, if there is a news article that you guys want to share, please do, because tonight it's all about, well, besides talking to you guys, it's all about the news. Any kind of technology news is fine, funny or not. So we'll go into some news here, then we'll finish up with some Oddball news, and then we'll wrap it up. So once again, this is the Overnight Linux Show with Total OS Today. My name is Carmine, a good old Italian name. And yes, I don't normally do these late, so we'll see how this goes. If you would like to support more of these live events, just click on or go to the Patreon page and search TOS Today, TOS Today. And if you support the channel, let me know why you are supporting the channel, because I need to know what you guys want to see, what you like, what you hate. Yeah. Do that on the BD show. Okay. All right. Yeah, the Big Daddy show. Yeah. Yeah, Big Daddy usually starts anywhere between 9 and 11, his show. Unless he's doing something else. But yeah, I think he hasn't done too many Linux videos. He does the that would be Rocco. He does the what does he do? Oh, duh, he does the Destination Linux Weekly podcast. So great. Yeah. Libre 5 Linux Phone has reached 89% of their goal. That's right, Rose. Yeah, they need to raise 1.5 billion. I mean, yeah, 1.5 billion. Yeah, $1.5 million, which is great, awesome. So we'll see what happens. It's the Purex. Purex? That's the soap. What is it? It's the Purism phone. The Purex. I was thinking about laundry today, and yes, buy the new Linux Purex phone and never worry about a dirty phone again. I don't know, the Purex phone. It smells good. Oh my, I guess it is late. I don't know how Brian Lundu did it for 18 hours. I mean, I know he raised $5,000 to Patreon, but still 18 hours? Ah, wow. Good for him, though. Cool guy. Maybe one of these days I'll talk to him. We can do a chat together. We have Benny Fitzpatrick. Ben, what's up, Ben? This is the Overnight Linux Show. We'll see how this goes. See how far I can do this. So, okay, so it's 20 past the midnight hour. Why don't we head off and go into some tech news? And again, if something catches your eye, please stop me and we'll go on from there. So once again, this is the Overnight Linux Show. Anybody later on who misses this, you can certainly replay this. I also offer an audio feed, audio MP3 download of this on the Patreon page as a thank you for supporting the channel. Alright, so the latest Ubuntu podcast is out. Plausible Dull Story. I have no idea why there is a picture of Richard Nixon and Elvis. I didn't know that they used Linux. Let's see. This week they've been playing Wasteland 2. Not Nixon, but the guys on the show. Never mind. Switching back to Firefox. Other discussions here. If you like Linux podcasts that are somewhat whimsical, you know, check out the ubuntupodcast.org. It is a free download. They've been doing this for, I think, 10 years. They also discuss, well, let's see, Martin has switched from Chrome to Firefox 56. Martin Wimpress, of course, is the lead developer for the great Ubuntu Mates or Ubuntu Mate. I have no clue why he switched from Chrome to Firefox. I use both. I think both is fine. But once again, this is the Ubuntu podcast. I guess there's a talk here about the Ubuntu 18.04 LTS roadmap. Check it out. And yes, I do have something to share about the latest Ubuntu, that I did something to it that might be considered sacrilegious. But it works. I use what works. And last week's Ubuntu podcast was the Resolute Huge Aftermath. I have no idea where the titles come from. But check out the latest Ubuntu podcast. Okay, so Rose was about to go to sleep, but Tosh showed up. Rose, thank you for stopping by. Very kind of you. Sorry to keep you up. Maybe this is worth it, I hope. Alright, so this is Season 10, Episode 31 of the Ubuntu podcast. Guess there's a new email client for Linux, MailSpring. Oh, it's multi-platform. MailSpring, Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. It's a fork of the open source Nihilus mail client, but with the native C++. Okay, alright, okay. I don't really use a mail. I guess Thunderbird sometimes, but that's about it. So if you want it, MailSpring uses 50% less RAM than Nihilus. Okay, I guess better is always faster. Anyway, check out MailSpring. It's a good name. I like it. MailSpring. Interesting. Let's see. What is the catch? Although the app itself is open source, the mail sync engine that powers it is not. I don't know. Should there be a controversy between open source and not? As long as it works. I'm just saying. But anyway, check out MailSpring. Ben, you reinstalling Gentoo. Interesting. Okay, let's move on. Well, this is the top, or I guess the top 10 games that work with Linux. This is dated October 5th. Now, I don't really play a lot of games. The games I play are in Windows because I know it's going to work without video graphics issues and so on. But apparently these top 10 games, I'm assuming, have been tested and they work in Linux, at least with Wine, the compatibility app layer for Linux. I haven't had good luck with Wine personally. Well, number 10 is World of Warcraft. Let's see, number 9 is Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls 5. Number 8 is StarCraft 2. Number 7 is Fallout 3 New Vegas. By the way, Shane, I know you are new. What operating systems do you use? I don't think you mentioned it, Shane, did you? And Shane, don't be shy. Whatever's on your mind, please drop a comment, okay? This is for you guys, especially for newbies here to the live event. So, Shane, if I may ask, what systems do you use? Or maybe you're a dual booter. CBD, Gentoo is just wrong. Well, I'm not gonna use it, except on my Android phone. It's based on Gentoo, right? Right, Z? Okay, so StarCraft. Number 8, number 7, Fallout. What else is good for Doom? That's cool. Guild Wars 2. Never heard of it. League of Legends, of course, I've heard of it. You guys want to take a guess what the number 1 game for Linux would be using Wine? Linux Lite drove you nutty. Okay, alright. Hearthstone. Not familiar with that game. Witcher 3 is a great game, I guess, for Linux. That is compatible. And before I scroll down to number 1, who would like to take a guess what the number 1 game for Linux is? I'll wait. Playing this cool music in the background. Alright, so the number 1 game for Linux. Does anybody want to take a crack at this before I scroll down? Because I have no clue. No clue. Wolfenstein. Okay. That's as good a guess as anybody else, Rose. Anybody else want to take a crack at this? I'm guessing it's a Windows game. No, I have no clue, I'll be quite honest. No clue. We're going to scroll down to number 1. Google Chromebooks are based on Gentoo. Yes. Okay, so the number 1 game for Linux, according to this website, is Overwatch. No clue what that means. Finally, there's yet another white whale. Linux game. Overwatch has been an exclusive target. Blizzard games, whatever. I have no idea what that is, Rose. Call of Duty would have been a good guess. Overwatch. All I can say is check out Overwatch. Yeah. Okay, Shane, you use just running Windows 10. Okay. I use Windows 10. It works. You used to use Manjaro, and before that, a few different Ubuntu-based distros. For the time being, just waiting to upgrade to support KVM. Shane, I've tried Manjaro in the past. It did not work for me. I dual boot between Linux Mint, Mate or Mate. I also like Ubuntu Mate. I like the simple stuff, Shane. Just, XFCE is a great other desktop environment, but especially from Linux Mint anyway. Yeah, anything simple, not a lot of eye candy. I just want it to work out of the box, Shane. Really, Windows 10 works out of the box. At least it has for me on multiple machines. But yeah, I did try Manjaro last year as a full install in a laptop, one of my ThinkPads. By the way, ThinkPads are freaking awesome. But it didn't work, so I reinstalled in my ThinkPad. I installed what did I install? Linux Mint. Yeah, I installed Linux Mint. I may install something else on that. I don't know. It's one of my, it's my test machine, just 2 gigs of RAM. So it's got to be something fairly light. Yeah, ETS2Z. What is ETS2? Is that a game? Ben doing a live show tomorrow, installing Gentoo. How exciting! Toss loves Arch Labs. Very funny, Rose. No. What did I use with Arch that was okay? It was what was it? Oh, Antergos. Reboot needed to enable NVIDIA drivers. Z, I will tell you that Linux is predictably unpredictable, Z, and more so with none more so, am I saying it right? None more so than video stinking drivers. Boy, it's hit and miss. Rose, you're just teasing. I know. You have a ThinkPad 200. Awesome. X200. Yeah, I have several. SK Linux is in the house. Hey, Toss today, you're the best. Wow, thank you. SK, I think this is your first time on the live feed. If it is, let me know. And if it is, everybody say hello to SK Linux. Yay! Thank you, SK. That was very kind of you. I'm definitely not the best, maybe one of the best, or I try to be one of the best. I've been on the channel now for more than 7 years. I wouldn't be here without you guys. It's been a terrific journey, a terrific learning experience, much knowledge, much laughter, pain. Well, not pain. Maybe in the past there was pain, pain with, bugs and stuff like that. But SK Linux, thank you. If I may ask you, SK, where are you from? Ben wants a ThinkPad. Yeah, they're awesome. They are Linux friendly. Ben, no one beats Toss. He's the man. Thank you, Ben. Very kind of you. Yeah. Yeah, I have Ubuntu in my other ThinkPad. I have an older ThinkPad that's worn out, less than a gig of RAM, that has PC Linux OS. That one's on its way out. I may pull the hard drive and use it as an external drive or a backup. Hello, SK Linux from Saskatchewan. Rose, I don't know. SK, you don't have to tell us where you're from if you don't want to. I'm just curious. I try to keep track of different people, different time zones to see if these late night shows do any good in terms of, trying to say hello to people in different parts of planet Earth. But Rose is from Canada. Yes, I am from Ohio. Ben, you watch me more than any other Linux show. Wow, thanks, man. Cool. Wow, SK is from India. Awesome. Terrific. I've had a few people stop in from India. Linux seems to be very popular in India, if I am not mistaken. SK, what do you use? Do you use Windows 10, Mac, different versions of Linux? Do you dual boot? I dual boot. Well, with this I'm using Linux Mint, Mate desktop, but I also have different versions of Linux that I like. But usually the easier ones are the lightweight ones, such as Mate, Ubuntu Mate. I've messed with Zorin in the past. Of course, I have Windows 10 on almost all my machines. Yeah, so I enjoy dual booting, SK. So once again, welcome to the live stream. I've had people chime in from France, I think Belgium. Of course, from the UK, we have ZBD. Awesome. All right, let's go. So this is the top 10. Again, I have no idea what Overwatch is. No clue. Let me get a drink of water here. I just ran out. Okay, anyway. Okay, what's next? All right, the latest SM player. I use SM Player for Linux. It's a great player. Just as good as VLC, if not better. And I believe this is multi-platform. What is here? Different languages. This is what it looks like. Some screenshots. But yeah, check out SM Player. Phew, that's better. 1024 is painful. No, I normally, this is my normal resolution here of the Mint menu. It just works better for. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, everybody, welcome SK Linux. I believe the first time to the live stream. SK, this is the overnight Linux show. I don't normally do these that late. I was asked to do this by a couple of people to see how far I can do this. We'll see how it goes. If anybody would like to support the channel, just go to the Patreon page, and if you support the channel, please let me know why. I need to know that. Linux isn't popular in India. Wow, okay. I'm assuming it's Windows or Mac SK. I know people in India use Linux, but I do know what's popular in India, and it's not necessarily computers, it's trains. Lots and lots of trains and people on trains. I've seen it. It's trains in India is pure madness. Anyway, you're welcome, SK. Yeah, welcome to the live stream. You're always welcome, by the way. If there's a technology article that you would like to share with us, please do. This is the overnight Linux / technology news show. So once again, welcome. Okay, next article. Some Windows stuff, I believe. This is from the WindowsCentral.com. There's a few articles here. Donated as these shows are enjoyable, very informative. Yeah. I don't watch a lot of Linux shows, only the ones that are generally family. I guess I can't think of an unfamily friendly show, Z. Unfamily friendly Linux show. That would be weird. This is the most unfriendly Linux show ever. It just doesn't make sense, does it? Yeah, Z. But anyway, this is from Windows Central. Let's see here. I think I highlighted a few. Yeah, these are some of the best-selling, top-selling Windows laptops. The Chewie laptop. Oh, Chewie from Star Wars. Chewie. Who makes up these names? Shane says that reminds me of lots and lots of trains. Shane, I love trains. I've liked trains since I was a kid. And by the way, Fidel's in the house. Welcome, Shane. When I was a little kid, I went to Italy to visit family, and we took the train from Rome to southern Italy. I'll never forget. I was a young kid then, but I'll never forget that trip. It was so, it was fun. But I like trains. I like watching YouTube. People sometimes will post like a 2-hour or an hour train ride from the driver's seat or from the conductor's seat in different kinds of weather, and I think that is so cool. There's something about trains that's nostalgic, peaceful. Yeah, it's great. Haven't been on the train in a while. Maybe one of these days. DJ Wolf is in the house. Welcome to the live stream, the very first overnight live Linux show, and then we'll see how far this goes. I don't normally come on this late, and again, I was out late with a friend of mine, late dinner, coffee, caffeine, talking to girls, and not ready to fall asleep yet. Okay, so let's go through so this is one of the top selling Windows laptops, the Chewie lapbook from Star Wars. You know, Chewie, Chewbacca. Okay, well, never mind. Let's see, what else do we have here? The HP Stream. Okay. Of course, I know HP. Asus VivoBook. Alright. Dell Inspiron. Dell is also one of the few manufacturers that makes Linux laptops, if I am not mistaken. Of course, probably the most popular one would be a System 76 based here in the United States. This was updated 2026. Okay, so these are some of the top selling Windows machines. What else do we have here? So Microsoft is going to kill the Groove Music. Groove Music is the music streaming service for Microsoft. Boy, there were so many out there. I've used this sometimes. I'm not surprised that this will be, you know, this will function until December 31st. Well, there's so many choices. You have Spotify, Pandora, iHeart. I think Samsung had tried it. Boy, the list goes on and on and on. On my Linux machine, I'll use Radio Tray. Although it stopped working recently. I did some updates on Linux Mint and now it doesn't work. I think there's a different one, but check out Radio Tray. Used to be good. I don't know if it's any being supported any longer. That might be the issue. But I have yet to find a fully functional music streaming app for Linux that works all the time. I haven't found it yet. Maybe you guys and girls, or Rose, maybe you know one. But that's one of the things I have not had good luck with Linux. A radio streaming app. Radio Tray was great, but I guess it has stopped being supported. Rose says Microsoft kills everything. Next will be, well, I don't know if they kill everything, but I mean, they knocked off the Zune player, but that's an MP3 player, and who buys MP3 players, right? Yeah. Alright, so Groove Music, no more. I think this was like $10 a month, all you can download or listen to. It remains to be seen if they replace this with something else. Personally, yeah, I have very few music apps that I listen to. I like going to, I like Top 40 or Smooth Jazz. Top 40 Smooth Jazz. Smoothjazz.com is great. Jazztracks.com is great. Hello, Netra Amorosi is in the house. Welcome, Netra, to the very first, hopefully historic, overnight Linux show. Alright, so let's go to the next news article. Once again, if you guys have any news articles to share, please do. Okay, well, this is just from news.google.com. Let's see, looks like the Google Pixel 2, Pixel 2 XL have been released. Osprey says the Chewy laptop makes the same noise as the Chewbacca when the fans get clogged. Okay. Isn't that what Chewy said? Boy, that hurt. Yes, Fidel says Rose does have a point. Let's see, let's scroll down to this real quick here. The Pixel 2 can automatically switch to Do Not Disturb mode when you're driving. The Pixel 2 can... Oh, okay. Cool. That is a very nice safety feature in my opinion, guys. What do you think? The Pixel 2 switch to Do Not Disturb. So you will not be, what do they call it, distracted driving. That is awesome. Cool. Alright, Rose says Nokia, Skype is getting worse now and the list continues. The next fix will be canonical. Rose, I think Nokia has switched to Android. They sent me a notification a couple months ago to try out the new Nokia phones. If they had sent me one, I would have. But I'm pretty sure, maybe someone can check this, I'm pretty sure Rose has switched completely to a full Android phone. Skype has worked for me until today. I had to re-download it. I was calling my dad in Italy and something happened. It's changed. I guess it's a work in progress. I may use Google Voice to call my dad, and I believe it's cheaper. The rates for Android for Skype have gone up, calling Rome at least, and I believe it's a few pennies less per minute with, I think it's voice.google.com, so I may use that. I have used Skype in the past for the podcasts. I mean, the previous Skype worked terrific for Linux, but it's changed, so yeah, Skype, I don't know. There are some alternatives. I just mentioned Google Voice. I still have Skype, and I actually still have the old Skype involved and the new one. But yeah, I don't know what's up with Skype for both Linux and Windows. Okay, let's see. Google Home Mini sounds great, but Lex, that's like the Google or the Amazon Echo. I do believe I don't have a product like that. Okay, this week in the business, shooting Nazis in 2017. Oh, this is on Wolfenstein game. Okay, all right. Okay. Let's see. God Eater 3 gets its first trailer. Is that a movie or a game? What an awful name. Samsung's next Galaxy Note may have a key feature that Apple reportedly had to drop from the iPhone X. Interesting. EVE Online. I've never played that game. Mobile next year with Project Aurora. Very good. Rose, this is for you. Why I love Microsoft Corporation. Yay! I swear, Rose, I did not know that title was going to be there. I did not know. Oh, jeez. Take a look at this. No, this is the year. 2017 will forever be the year of the breach. This gets confirmed. 17.5 million accounts hacked. Didn't Yahoo say that, like, all of their accounts were hacked? Like 3 billion? 3 billion. Isn't that half the population of the planet? You know, these companies should just, you know, Discus, Yahoo, Equifax, their motto should be, welcome to whoever. We specialize in breaches. Thank you for stopping by. If you value security, you have not come to the right place. Move along. Rose says, sorry, you might get the LibreFi links phone if they get the monies or do what Tom did, just convert an Android phone to Linux. They are close, Rose, to their goal, $1.5 million. I think it'd be awesome if they can do it. Ubuntu tried 5 years ago. I believe the phone was called Ubuntu Edge. I predicted from the beginning I believe it was going to fail. I didn't want it to fail, but they wanted to raise $30 million for an unknown phone, an unknown company. It just wasn't realistic. I took a lot of heat for that, but I'm like, hey, I'm just calling it as I see it. But yeah, I think it'd be great to have a pure Linux phone, whatever that means. So we'll see what happens. Rose, I have no idea if they will succeed, but well, I guess I do have it. I think they got a shot. Yeah, they're very close. 89%. Somebody said. I think the fundraiser expires this week, this month. I lost track. Don McCullough, a longtime follower of the channel. Welcome. You're watching GTAV videos. Welcome, Don. Everybody say hello to Don McCullough. Okay, Street Fighter 5. Okay, it's great to sort of see you, Toss, or Don. Yes, I'm seeing myself. I feel great seeing myself, too. The Galaxy 8 seems to be struggling with a very basic feature. That's an interesting title. We'll have to go back to that in a moment. Let me close out some tabs here. I don't need that one. Okay, let's go back to this. No Man's Sky patch. That looks like a cool game. Pokemon Go. That's still around. Anyway, let's take a look at this. The Galaxy 8 apparently lacks a very basic feature. What could that be? Go to reader mode. Reader mode is a great extension, by the way, for Chrome and Firefox and Opera and the rest. Okay, so what does the Galaxy S8 struggle with? Sending and receiving text messages. Let me see if I can read this real quick here. You don't need it for that, but the instant. Galaxy S8 suffers from an unexpected text messaging issue. Handful of Galaxy users have taken the right to complain not all of the messages people send them are actually delivered. Well, that's an oddball bug. Even if it's marked as sent on the sender's phone, the Galaxy 8 supposed to get it might not always receive. Wow. This person has a Galaxy S8 and for the past month only received about half of the messages his wife sends him. That is weird. You know, it seems to me that perhaps Samsung has not fully recovered from the Note 7, you know, Fire phone, if you want to call it that. I joke that when Samsung makes phones after the S7, all the new smartphones comes with a little fire extinguisher. Of all the problems to have with the phone, and not to receive messages is somewhat unusual. You would think there might be a problem with battery issue, not holding a charge. But yeah, I don't recall ever having a problem with messaging in any of my phones. But okay, let's go on to the next one. Well, Major League Baseball, by the way, we have the playoffs now. Go Yankees! Anyway, Major League Baseball fines the coach for wearing an Apple Watch during a game. Yeah, it is baseball. It is illegal to wear an Apple iWatch because of cheating. Even though they say it wasn't cheating, but the league isn't taking any chances. Whatever. Something about stealing the pitching signs or the catcher signs and relaying it to the iWatch. Boy, first was the not the amphetamines, but the steroids. So there you go. We've gone from steroid cheating to iPhone cheating. How's that for a headline? What's up, Don? You say, are they sure it's the phone and not maybe a carrier issue? Did they test it? I don't know, Don. I suppose it could be a carrier issue. But that's odd. Yeah, I would have to agree. It's totally odd, yeah. Just like this headline. You can't now wear an Apple iWatch during a game. Okay, let's go on to the next article. Some Apple stuff. Let me scroll to this briefly, see if anything can... I guess they've been having problems with the latest iOS update. Battery issues. Yeah. I don't think I have the latest updated my iPad. I have an iPad mini too. But yeah, the problem is poor performance, heavily degraded battery life. I mean, battery life sucks anyway in portable devices. That is the one thing that technology has not caught up with, is battery performance. We're using really 25-year-old battery technology. I think it's time for a nuclear battery. As long as it doesn't explode. Fidel, yes, the new Firefox seems faster, Fidel. Although I was told you can forget about extensions on it for now, but it does seem faster, yes. Let's see, Z, you think people are just looking closer at SEM to find fault? I guess it all depends how many people have the problem, Z. That's certainly possible. But, I mean, look, if 10 people say, but if 1,000 people have an issue, yeah, that's a problem. So anybody who's using Apple iOS 11.0.2, we could all laugh at you. Ha ha. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, to have poor performance battery, poor battery performance, which batteries suck in general anyway, is really a bummer, to say the least. But yeah. Alright, so let me get out of these tabs here. We'll move on to some oddball news, I guess. So, again, if you guys have any news articles you want to share, please do. And we'll take a quick look. Check my phone here real quick. Was that a message? Oh no, that was just a notification. Just going through my phone. I have an HTC One Max with terrific speakers. Yeah. Okay, let's go into, sometimes I'll mention briefly car technology news. I don't often talk about it. Let's see here. There was something in Singapore. Let's see. Electric Cars Singapore. Electric Car Service Singapore. I think that's it. I believe it was this. Yeah. So it says here in just 3 years' time, this is from Mashable, a great website that I sometimes check out. Anyway, in just 3 years' time, you'll see a lot more electric cars on Singapore's roads. Awesome. I think electric cars is at least one of the ways, one of the transportation waves of the future. Some pictures here. How you pay for recharging. Again, pay for charging. Again, we're talking about batteries. So good for Singapore. They will have a total of 500 charging stations, support a fleet of 1,000 EVs. That's not a lot to get started, but I guess to get started, I guess that's okay. Asphalt helps batteries charge more quickly. Really? Interesting. Hey, we'll have to take a look at that. Oh, snap. Really? You will not display the page? Come on, you can do it. Let me just search. This is live, yep. What can go wrong will go wrong. Asphalt battery charging. I guess I'll just search that. Okay, there it is. Let's see if it'll work. Okay, let's take a look at this, Rose. Thank you for sharing it. Cookies on the BBC website. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's see here. Lithium batteries can be made to charge 20 times fast by using asphalt. Scientists at Rice University speeded up the charging time by making one component of a battery using carbon derived from the viscous liquid. In test batteries made using asphalt charged to full power in minutes. Wow. They also found that using asphalt stopped the formation of deposits. Well, that's cool. Faster fueling. The capacities of these batteries are enormous. What is equally remarkable is that we can bring them from zero charge to full charge in 5 minutes. Excellent. Rather than the typical 2 hours. Who would have thought of asphalt? The team used asphalt mixed with graphene. I've heard of graphene. Yeah, nano ribbons coated with lithium metal. Interesting. Battery startup StoreDot said it would introduce its quick charging batteries in 2018. Although analysts are skeptical about its, I guess we'll find out next year. If it works, that would be awesome. I'm all for more power, right? Of course. Tesla to build world's largest lithium-ion battery in Australia. Okay, all right, fine. Oh, on a side note, Hurricane Nate. Boy, what is it with these hurricanes here in the U.S.? Maybe it is global warming. I don't know. It's crazy. It's been warm here these last couple days in Ohio. Almost 80 degrees for October is not normal. I'm not complaining because it's better than shoveling snow. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. So, Rose, thank you for that. Let me check out... since we're on cars, Autoblog. Of course, cars use Linux, right? Of course they do. Let's see what we have here. The futuristic vehicles of Blade Runner 2049. That's one I'm not going to see. Consumers don't really care about fuel mileage. Oh? Okay, let's take a poll here. Who does not care about fuel mileage? Anybody? I'm going to guess everybody cares about fuel mileage. That's so stupid. Z, your 1 + 5 gives me a day's charge in 30 minutes. Excellent. Cool. Makes me wonder though if it will have any impact on how long a battery will hold a charge. Don, I don't know. Don, we need new battery technology. It's awful. But anyway, I'm guessing everybody here will care about fuel mileage. Yep, Z, of course. Tesla's sending more battery installers to Puerto Rico. Okay. Alright. Z says you drive a car because you like it. Okay, cool. Yeah, 18 miles per gallon is awful. With today's technology, I get less than that in the city. Of course, here in the highway, with all the hills and stuff, it's not good for mileage. On a straight highway, yeah, straightaway, flat, it's not too bad. But yeah, my car's not very good. Okay. Look up Xgent Linux. Xgent Linux. Okay, let's see what we got. Gentoo, of course, Ben. What else would it be? A new light version of Gentoo. Okay. I'm all for light and fast and working out of the box. Although I have no idea if this will work out of the box. So this has been out a while, huh? April 12th, 2017. Well, that's cool. Okay, let's go to some news and nonsense, and then I want to show you one last thing. So once again, thank you for stopping by this channel, the Total West Today channel, and the Overnight Linux show. Very late. Don't do it, Toss. We will save you. I have no inclination to take the plunge in pure Arch, Gentoo. No. I will tell you guys a funny story. I think some of you may know concerning Arch. Years ago, when we were doing the, it was me, IG from Australia, Infinity Galactic, and Spatch. We were doing our, I think we did the Linux A team for a while. Anyway, Spatchy was pounding me, try Arch, you like it, it's super customizable, you control it, blah blah blah, and this and that, you gotta do that. And I said, no way. And then one weekend we were recording and Spatchy says, Toss, you were right, that's it, I'm done with Arch, I don't have time to fix things. What was I thinking? I wasn't surprised, but I'll never forget that statement. First, I was too stubborn-headed to try Arch, and then I was brilliant for not trying Arch. So I just thought I would share that story. I'll never forget it. Ben said it's a GUI one for the Gent Linux. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ubuntu 17.10 Beta 2 and Chrome OS 2 are running fairly well so far. Yes and no. I'll get to that in a moment, Don. But anyway, that's my funny story regarding Arch, Linux, Battery, and Infinity Galactic. I'm not sure what he's using now, IG. Anyway, IG, if you come across this live event, hello, we kind of miss you. Hope things are good in Australia. I know you got married a couple years ago. Congratulations and all that good stuff. Wishing you the very best from one of the very best Linux YouTubers. Well, he used to be, and that would be, of course, IG, Infinitely Galactic. Okay, so let's go into some odd news, and then I'll talk about the latest Ubuntu 17.10 Beta 2 Artful Aardvark. Of course, keep coming with your comments. It's hard to keep up with all that lithium demand. Yeah, well, as more and more devices rose, there's going to be more and more demand for power. And batteries in general, they just have not kept up. It's kind of surprising. Maybe there is something on the horizon with batteries. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's Fidel said never knew that mounts battery. Yeah, of course. Of course, he fell in love with Manjaro, a little bit more user-friendly form of Arch. But yeah, Spatry was always into customizing things, a power user, and I was never really into that. I mean, I customized somewhat, but that's as far as I got. I want a simple life. I wanted to work out of the box, and yeah. IG runs Fedora. I don't know. At least that's what I saw a while back. Okay, yeah, I don't know. We were both, IG and I were both Ubuntu Unity fans because we were keyboard centric back then. Of course, Unity officially has been dropped. So I don't know. Maybe IG one day will tell us. Okay, let's go into some various funny news and see what we got. This is from the UPI. See if anything catches my eye. Wales Food Bank receives a 46-year-old can of soup. No thank you. Paper plane soars into gold during Indian Slovakia. Really? Huh, how clever. Let's see. Man attempting to skateboard on disabled car thrown into really? Skateboard on a car throw, whatever. Swiss man's Jack Daniels flag mistaken for Islamic State banner. Really? This is yeah. How do you know? Whatever. Police ask owner of potted pot plants to claim them. Sure. They belong all to Z from the UK. I don't know. Let's see. Texas woman visiting Colorado finds 3 bears in her car. You were actually able to fit 3 bears in a car. Okay. What is this? Odor prompting hazmat call was pumpkin spice air freshener. A strange smell that prompted a hazmat response at a Baltimore high school was found to have seasoned open honey. Oh, I thought it was some kids eating Taco Bell. That's why they call the hazmat. I'm just kidding, Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell. I like their food. It's different. I love the hot sauce. And it was just a joke. Well, sometimes I do have to call hazmat. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Yeah, Don, it is pumpkin spice about that time of year again. Texas toilet seat art museum for sale. Texas toilet seat art. Boy, Texans are weird. A Texas toilet seat. Well, speaking of hazmat. Let's see, what else do we have? Kangaroos block road with fierce fist fight. That's interesting. Slithering snake shocks shoppers in mall parking garage. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the next page, see what else is funny. Zebra protecting herd of goats. Okay. Guinness World Records, Italian man pulls on 13 pairs of underwear in 30 seconds. He must have been cold. I don't know. Iowa man says lottery jackpot was predicted by fortune cookie. It's never worked for me. Let's see here. Wingstop and Wendy's face off in Twitter rap battle. That's interesting. Ooh, lucky driver escapes injury when a crowbar flies into a windshield. My goodness. Police find escaped prisoners in escape room. Die. Yeah, it must have been a heck of a fortune. Well, it is a fortune cookie, right? Don, get a fortune as in lottery fortune? Oh, never mind. It's just a joke. Anyway, let's move on here. Let's see. Man learning was, here we go, another lottery winner, reading newspaper, good for him. Costco is selling a year's worth of emergency food for $1,000. I guess that's a deal, I don't know. A hungry donkey mistakes orange McLaren for giant carrot. Wow. A donkey in Germany forced its owner to pay a hefty fine after attempting to take a bite out of a sports car. Oh man. Oopsie. We got teeth marks. Pizza rat brawls with other rodents over subway station slice. In New York. Yeah, that's New York. I believe it. Pizza rat brawls with other rodents. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, let's move on. Last page here for this news nonsense. FDA warns bakery about listing love as an ingredient. Are you kidding me? U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a warning to Massachusetts Bake against listing love. Oh boy. Let's see here. South Dakota State has the world's largest tongue. My God, look at that tongue. That's like the Gene Simmons tongue from the rock band Kiss, right? Look at that tongue. All right. Fake tan workout leaves woman branded with Adidas. Whatever. Oh yeah, I mentioned this the other night. A California man wins $1 million after wife scolds him for buying too many lottery tickets. Well, now he has enough money to buy her a jacked up Linux gaming computer. Let's see here. Ew, Disney cruise ship crashes into dock in the Bahamas. Uh-oh. What did the captain say? I swear it was too dark to see the dock. McDonald's customer sets up TV, PS4 inside the eatery. Why not? It is McDonald's. Crafty fox hops into open car, steals a slice of pizza. Oh, that little fox. Pittsburgh. Yeah, about 30 minutes from here. Pittsburgh round of loose goats. One donkey in Pittsburgh? Considering all the crappy roads and all the traffic, I'm surprised that the animals didn't get squished. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of news and nonsense. Okay, so let's go show you my Ubuntu setup. It's 1:11 a.m. I'm starting to get a little bit tired, but once again, thank you for joining me for the Overnight Linux / Technology show. Okay, let's go to, I'll show you what I did. Running the latest Ubuntu in a virtual machine. And guess what? This is the latest Ubuntu, but I am running the there is a panel here at the bottom which I don't use for Ubuntu that much. But anyway, I installed the Mate desktop environment. Just to see if it works. And It runs a little faster. Maybe this is simpler to use for beginners. If you are running the latest Ubuntu 17.10, you may find it'll run faster, better performance if you log out and log into using the Ubuntu on Zorg option in the little spoke wheel. I installed Synaptic Package Manager, will not run. When I logged out and logged back in with Ubuntu on Zorg, it ran fine. So if you wanted to try Ubuntu but not crazy about the GNOME desktop, and keep in mind it is a beta too still, and installing different desktop environments can bork the system, meaning it can crash it. But this is the Mate desktop environment. I installed this from Synaptic, and this is pretty zippy. Even with GNOME, the Ubuntu GNOME with GNOME running in a virtual machine. Let's go to the system monitor. So this is less than a gig, and if I was to log out and log into the standard Ubuntu GNOME, it would be over a gig if I do remember correctly. So if you wanted to try this, let's see here, let me go to Synaptic. I typed in Mate desktop and just went from there. Not that big of a download. Let's see. I think I did it this way. Yeah, I think I did it this way. Yeah, so you can see highlighted in green is what's installed, Kaha, Carmen, or Kaja, whatever it's called. But like I said, the download, I think 100 and some megs or so. I rebooted the system, and it seems okay. Marco common. So here's Mate backgrounds, common, Mate control center. Here's the Mate desktop. Yeah. So if you want to try this, it did not crash even in a virtual machine. It runs zippier. It's not bad at all. So you may want to check this out if you want a faster, if you want faster performance. Don says you did that a long time ago in the VM to see how it worked. I took Ubuntu 9.10. Okay, installed KDXFC. I can safely say that not like that at all. Well, you installed more than one DE. I normally, Don, do not install more than one DE. Yeah, when you do more than that, you're probably going to run into issues. But you installing just one should be okay. And I stress should be. So this runs zippy, but let me go ahead and log out. Let's see here. So we'll log out. Spoke wheel, again, you'll have better performance probably with Ubuntu on Zorg. So we'll just go with Ubuntu. And we'll wait forever to boot up. Of course, it's a full install, everything runs a little faster, right? Of course it does. Come on, Ubuntu, come on. Now watch it crash. Oh, there we go. Okay, well that's not too bad. So what I did with this, to speed this up, I disabled the GNOME extensions. I noticed when I turned everything on the way I wanted, it slowed it down. So running this without the extensions seems to have better performance. Of course, this is the new Ubuntu dock, I guess to appease Unity lovers. Of course, it's not Unity, but this is okay. But yeah, I turned off all the GNOME extensions. Of course, that makes it less user-friendly, at least for beginners. But we'll see what happens. I don't know how far Canonical will take this. Oh, it's running really slow now, huh? Tweel. It's the Tweel. I don't want Tweel. I want Tweak. There we go. Tweaks. GNOME tweaks. But yeah, the GNOME desktop environment is considerably not as snappy as Mate or other ones. It's definitely not for everybody. And this actually runs a little slower than the Unity desktop. Even in my previous tests of different versions of GNOME. Let's see if I can get the tweak tool to pop up here. There we go. Alright, so self-explanatory. Appearance, desktop extensions, so on. Let's Alright, Don. Thank you for stopping by for this overnight show. Yeah, I'll probably end this soon myself. So, have a good week. So, let's go to extensions. And applications menu did not work. Clock override I installed. Dash to dock. I put in there. Night slider did not work. Open weather I believe worked. Simple dock did not work. Sound input output chooser worked. Synaptic button worked if I use Ubuntu on org to log in. So turn the extensions on. There we go. It does take away the side dock, the Ubuntu dock here on the left, if you want a cleaner desktop. And I added the Synaptic button extension. Yeah, there's even an extension for that. Imagine that. I thought that the choice of wallpapers was fine. There's the weather app. And the settings. I think the settings menu has been revamped and how this looks. As far as it looks, custom fonts for this, it's fine. We'll see how far Canonical will take the GNOME desktop environment. It's just not as user-friendly out of the box as what it could be, as compared to, say, you know, Linux, Ubuntu Mate, Zorn. Although with Zorn I like Zorn OS Lite version. Linux Lite, you know, and some others out there. I don't know, but what do you guys think of the latest Ubuntu 17.10 with GNOME? Is GNOME something that you will favorite, or are you just going to stick with what you have and say forget Ubuntu? For me, it's more of a curiosity thing with the latest Ubuntu, but I've tried this as a full install and it's not for me. Yeah, I want something more zippy. And taking less time to configure, because I pretty much want it to work out of the box as much as possible. I don't want to spend the time solving puzzles, as it were. So that's my take on the latest Ubuntu 17.10. So I think I'll get out of this if I can, unless it froze up on me. Yep, looks like it froze. Oh, there we go. Okay, alright. And that's my take on Ubuntu 17.10 Artful Aardvark Beta 2. Z, you like peppermint. Yep, peppermint's pretty zippy. Nothing wrong with that. I've tested peppermint in the past. I found it to be extremely lightweight. Of course, so is Ubuntu. There's another one that was zippy. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Now it's going to bother me. What was it called? Light Linux distro. Let me just do a search here. There was a modified version of Ubuntu. What was it? Let's see what this website has to say about Linux distros, light ones, and we'll then wrap this up. Let's see here. Yep, Ubuntu. LXE, I think it was this one, a modified version. Yeah, this is pretty fast too. Yeah. Yeah, and it's customized, ready to go out of the box. So definitely check out LXE if you haven't to. These will work with at least 512 megabytes of RAM, which is terrific. LXLE is plug and go. Yes, I can certainly say it is. Arch Linux, of course, that's got to be fast, but not for beginners. And it says it, not recommended. Thank you, website, for being honest. Not recommended for beginners. Linux Lite, yep. Popepshu is in the house. Hello, Popepshu. I hope I say that right. Arch Bang, of course. Anything based on Arch. Arch Linux made easier for Arch Bang. Okay. Puppy Linux. Yep, definitely lightweight. 128 megabytes of RAM. Linux Lite, of course, as the name implies. Knoppix. Haven't heard that in a while. There you go, peppermint for Z. I like how it looks too. PC Linux OS, yes, that could definitely vouch for that. I got that working on less than a gig of RAM, although it's really slow, but it works. It works. Porteous, no clue. The portable Linux, okay. Triskel. That sounds like a snack, like a Triskel biscuit or something. Triskel Mini. 128 megabytes of RAM. Wow. Okay. Manjaro Linux XF. That's the one I tested last year. It was definitely fast. Peach OSI. Minimum requirements 512 megabytes. I have no idea about Peach. Pixel OS. Of course, why not? Built by Raspberry Pi. Easily run on the Pi. Okay, cool. Modern X. GNOME desktop environment. Really? The minimum is 256 megabytes of RAM for that? I don't believe it. For GNOME. I could be wrong. Debian, of course. But with GNOME again, I don't know. Sparky. Sleetaz, I've heard of. eLive, I've heard of. Boosin Labs. AntiX, I've tried. It's definitely fast. Slacks Linux, have not tried. Linux Mint, of course. WattOS. Don't know if I've tried that one. Yep. Zorn OS Lite, one of my favorites. Now they have the core version with GNOME. I would stick with OS Lite, the light version of Zorn. Bodhi I've tried, it's very fast. Tiny core, 48 megabytes of RAM. Check it out. Crux, don't know that one. Let me see, let me go take a look at that web page. What was it, Modern? Yeah, I know, Shane, 48 megabytes. It's crazy. I think I tried Sparky Gaming Edition. It seemed okay. Debbie, I've tried in the past. It can be fast. Don't know about the GNOME environment though, but yeah. Let me try. Take a look at Modern X real quick. See what this looks like. The revolutionary system. Okay. Let's see. About. Let's go to About. Strives to provide an easy-to-learn environment to Microsoft Windows users. Okay, well that's encouraging. Different downloads. Mobile Intel Graphical Core. By downloading any of these, you are saying you understand that there are risks when installing any operating system. Remember to always back up your... Well, that's true actually. Yeah, very good. Yes, Core OS rules. Of course it does, Popeshu. I'm assuming that you used that, right? So there you have it. According to this website, some of the best lightweight Linux distributions. What OS? Okay, What OS is 192 megabytes of RAM, based on Ubuntu. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at that. It uses the i3 manager. Is that what it said? Yeah, the i3 tiling manager. For low resource. Little bit dated, August of 2016. Don't know about that. If I had to pick one from these lightweight ones, yeah, I could do with. I could definitely dig this Zorn OS Lite. Absolutely. Your computer new again. Yep, it says you can run this. The computer is old as 14 years. That's pretty good actually. Yeah, they make the Ultimate Edition. And then the Core Assistant, they went to GNOME, which I cannot recommend for beginners. The Core Essential. But definitely check out Zorn OS Lite. I tested it. It's wonderful. It's fast. And I think it's great. Added Mac OS and GNOME 2 desktop layouts and zone appearance. Very good. What OS can also use LXDE as it's based on Ubuntu. Okay, cool. Let's go to LXLE real quick and then we'll wrap this up. Let's see here. I don't want to do that to get out of that. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up here in a second anyway. So, yeah, the LXLE desktop, I've tested this before. It's still lightweight, but they've had it. Well, it says here light on resources, heavy on functions, always based on Ubuntu LTS, optimized LXDE user interface, simple, elegant. I liked it. I was happy with what I had, but this was okay. So I would definitely check this out if you haven't already. There's more information there. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Didn't mean to click out of the page there, but that's all right. So, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. This was fun. This is the very first overnight Linux / technology show. Yes, I am starting to get tired. I think I will hit the sack here pretty soon. Thank you for stopping by. If you missed any of this, of course, you can rewind this, and I'll probably have this as a free audio, not a free audio, but an audio download on the Patreon page. If you would like to support the channel for as little as $1 a month, please do. The channel could use your help. And maybe we'll do this again. If you do support the channel, please put in a note. Just send me an email saying why you did, and if it's for the Overnight Linux show, let me know. I will keep track of the emails pertaining to this Overnight Linux show. Alright guys, I'm falling asleep. Thank you once again, and I will definitely catch you on the next one. Have a safe night, a safe week. Enjoy your technology, and please don't text and drive. I will catch you on the next one. Take care.